Hey, good
Oh,
morning.
hello. Good afternoon. Good evening, and good night. Good luck and good
Well,
night.
welcome. We're having a watch party tonight in 1 hour, but the watch party is only going to be on one channel. It's going to be on two channels. It's going to be on Purpose Channel too. We're
Yes.
having we're having it on the Crazy Joe's Concession Stand and the Little
Yes.
Movie Perp channel, but
Yes.
we're not having it on Crazy Joe Adventures, and
No.
we're not having it on MME.
Not here.
But
We've
we're
hijacked the station temporarily. We will give it back to its
yes,
original owner. We just wanted to promote our cause. Not a big deal. Not a
yeah,
big deal.
yeah. So
I'm not
we'll
going to
just
play any kung fu movies or clips that's going to get anyone in trouble. Don't worry, Max. Don't worry, Brian. Don't worry, Brucifer.
yeah. So in 1 hour, we'll end this. We'll go over to the concession stand. But I don't have or Perps channel. I don't have many subs on the concession stand as I do on the Crazy Joe Adventures.
Yeah, I don't
So
have
I
any subs
thought
at all. So you were
so
correct. You were
yeah.
correct. Just
So
go to Crazy Joe's concession stand. Yeah.
yeah. So this is just basically to let everyone know in 1 hour where we're going to be. So yeah, we're
I
gonna
don't know
watch.
where anyone is right now, Anthony, but I know where they're going to be in an hour.
Hopefully, if they're not, they're missing out on the
Yeah,
fun.
they're
They're missing
missing
out
out.
on the fun
It's a
because this
doozy.
is. Have you've never seen it before, right?
No, I haven't, but it sounds amazing. There's no way it's not going to be amazing. And you know what? The worse it is, the better it is for us.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. I've
All right.
invited some people. We'll see who shows up. Some people who aren't MME regulars have been invited. So I don't know. I don't know
New
who
cast
all.
of characters.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it should be a good time. But I got to tell you, while we're waiting, we got an hour to kill here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's get. Let's debate something.
I got to tell you, I went on a tear today. I just went on a
I
tear.
saw that on Twitter.
Um, I started deleting. I started leaving Facebook groups. Like I'm talking like fan groups, like DC Comics fans and Disney Fanatic, and like all these like fan groups that I was a part of on Facebook. I just started like leaving all of them and blocking them because I started getting so annoyed with the
Oh,
uh
Kyle, sorry to hear that.
oh yeah, very sorry, Kyle. Condolences to you and your family.
Yeah.
But I I think what set me off was I saw a group that was like celebrating the box office bombing of the Marvels. They were just celebrating it, and this was like a group called like Disney fans or something. And there was a part of me that was like, well, you're not Disney fans, number one, because you're sitting here cheering on something not doing well. Like, where's the fandom in that? Where is the fandom? Like, even if you didn't like something, you can go like, oh, that one wasn't for me. Maybe the next one will be better. But you're sitting here like thrilled that this movie didn't do well.
Which
And
is
so,
hilarious because I cannot imagine what that feels like. What motivates that feeling? Because I understand maybe at best, oh, something bombed that you weren't going to see, you're not interested in, look terrible. Haha, at best. Funny. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured at best. And you move on. That's it. But to like
right.
celebrating it,
It's
you
not like
know?
you have a stake in it. Like
Exactly.
it's not like you gain something. And welcome, Greg. Good to see you. Um, it's not like you gain something. But what really annoyed me was this person said something that I've been hearing a lot lately. I've been hearing a lot lately on Facebook, on Twitter, and to anyone who has any knowledge of film history, it's just the most ignorant statement in the world. They said, "Well, if it was good, people would have seen it. If it was good, it would have been a success,"
Oh, please.
which is the stupidest thing in the world. And it
Yeah.
really shows a lack of
Yeah.
knowledge of film history because some of the biggest movies of all time, movies like It's Christmas Time, It's a Wonderful Life, the Wizard of Oz, Citizen Kane, The Big
Blade Runner.
Lebowski. Yeah, the list just goes on and on and on. So many of these movies did not find their audience until years later on
Basically
television, on
every John
VHS.
Carpenter movie in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so when you say, well, if it was good, it would have done well, you really demonstrate a total ignorance of the way film works. Because number one, when the box office is low, it means nobody saw a thing. It means people did not go out to see it. So therefore, they do not know if they liked it or not because they didn't see it, and the box office reflects that.
Yeah.
So I just went on a tear and I started unsubscribing from all these Facebook groups. And then I just went, you know what? Screw it. And I deleted Facebook altogether from my phone. Like if I want to go on Facebook,
big
still can.
moves.
I still can. I can go on from my
I
desktop.
deleted mine years ago, Joe.
Well,
welcome to the club.
Well, I just was like, this is enough of this. And then I started blocking people on Twitter.
Too many debates because I would answer and I would and I would take forever, and I was like, all right, I got to delete this.
But I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it because it's just it's what I just finished reading the book Opposable Thumbs: How Siskel and Ebert Changed the Movies. And no matter what you think of Siskel and Ebert, no matter what you think of their reviews, you may disagree with them. You may be like, oh, they didn't like that movie. I did like that movie. Okay, film is subjective.
Yeah.
They were honest in their criticism. Like when they told you what they thought of something, they were honest. And right now we have disingenuous criticism.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on it the other day on Max's stream. The whole thing with MODOK, where people are like, Godzilla looked great and this Marvel movie looks like crap. And it's like, well, you can't compare something that is intended to be a joke with something serious. Like you can't go, yeah, I watched The Dark Knight and it was serious and it was awesome. And then I turned on the Three Stooges and they were pieing each other in the face. It's two different things. Yeah.
Sure.
It's like, that's where we are though. It's disingenuous criticism.
I think it's like, and I don't know, I don't know if I fully commit to the idea that, media literacy, because I got a little pushback on that where I said, like, I felt media literacy is declining, and maybe it's not, maybe we're just more aware with people that don't have good media literacy having a voice now, because I found it weird when, in the Blue Beetle trailer, there's a character that says Batman's a fascist, and people were very offended by that. But it's like, it's gotten to the point where characters can't even think bad of other characters. It's like, where do you people think conflict comes from when it comes to movies? What is plot to you? What is this? Like, characters have to, like, Batman and Superman have to be seen by everyone as amazing and awesome. And the minute someone's calling them a fascist, it's because of an agenda. It's not because it's interesting to have a character that thinks that in a movie. Like, that is mind blowing to me. And that is I think that's a lack of media literacy in a weird way, where it's like, no one could talk shit about Superman. What? Of course people can. It's characters.
Like, it's like in the comics, in DC Comics, Hawkman and Green Lantern never got along because Hawkman was extremely conservative and Green Arrow was extremely liberal. And my thinking is, if you're going to be true to those characters, I don't care what your political stance is. I don't care what you believe. Yeah. But if you're writing Hawkman, you better make him conservative. And if you're writing Green Arrow, you better make him liberal, because that's who that character is. You don't have to agree with the character.
Do you think that was portrayed in Black Adam? Sorry. Because I think it sort of was, when it's like heroes don't kill. Like a
little bit.
Pro-life, I guess you could say.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to know. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's like your viewpoint does not have to be the same as the character's viewpoint, but you still have to be truthful to the character. Mm-hmm. The character, it doesn't have to be what you want it to be. So if it's like you don't think Batman's a fascist, that's fine. But there's no reason that Jaime Reyes's uncle can't think that.
Yeah. Given the context of what Batman does, especially, I think it's perfectly legitimate that people in that society would think that, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous. Like when you watch Ant-Man 3, MODOK, from the moment he takes that helmet off, at first he's got the helmet on, but from the moment he takes that helmet off and you see what he looks like, he's presented as a joke. The other characters on screen see him as a joke. They look at him and they go, "Oh my God, what the hell happened to you?" Like, it's it's a gag. Whether you find the joke funny or not, that's a different
Yes.
debate. That's a different debate. But you have to approach it from where it's coming from. And you
Yes.
can't take something like Godzilla that is this serious monster that is like shooting atomic breath and
Yeah.
blowing up cities and compare it to a character that was intended to be laughed at.
Yeah.
But that's what we got. And then we've got the other thing out now is, by the way, super chat from Brent Mania. Thank you, Brent Mania. Merry Christmas to you. And good to have you here.
God bless us,
I-
everyone.
Brent Mania, I'm so sorry. I'm so like, man, this is turned out to be a sad stream.
Yeah.
My condolences to you, Brent Mania. I apologize.
Sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But the other thing that's really, really disingenuous is that's been in the news a lot lately is we get these people who are now like really going after James Gunn because he cast his brother in a movie. And I'm like,
oh, please.
I'm sorry. If you have never, ever in your life complained that Talia Shire was in The Godfather, then shut up because you're being disingenuous. If you've never complained that Kevin Smith put his wife and daughter in the Jay and Silent Bob movies, but you're going to complain about James Gunn, then you're being disingenuous. If you never complained that Ted Raimi showed up in the Spider-Man movies because his brother was directing them. Yeah, it's like this is a Penny Marshall was the star of Laverne and Shirley, a show her brother created. Did you have a problem with that? Did you complain about that? If not, but you're complaining about James Gunn, you're not being truthful. You don't really have a problem with somebody casting a family member. You're just going after James Gunn to go after James Gunn. That's all it is. So I don't know. I've kind of reached my boiling point with this.
Well, me being in an indie director, so to say, I could tell you I work with the same cast sometimes. I have a group of people that I've worked several times with that I love because I trust them. I trust that they're gonna give me what they got. I maybe even wrote further with their voice, So it's I think it's perfectly fine given how stressful movie making is. I think a lot of people don't. A lot of fans don't understand like the war zone that is filmmaking. It's just basically constantly problem solve. So what you're going to want is people you trust around that, so you don't have to deal with that. Like you have to answer 20 problems. You have to like solve 20 problems at once. Right. Yeah. So it's like, if you could get rid of that problem number 20 by casting someone you're comfortable with, someone that knows how important this is to you, all this stuff, like it's a solid win. It's almost stupid for him not to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I trust this guy, but no, I got to cast someone else because the internet will get mad at me. It's like, screw you. Like
it's a joke. It's a joke. It's like I said, Godfather. It's considered one of the greatest movies of all time. I never heard anyone complain that Talia Shire's in that movie.
No, we worship creative relationships like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like with Martin Scorsese and how he like hones in on certain people. It's beyond not just family members. It's just working with people over and over again. Like that happens. People like each other.
Right. Tim Burton had he was dating that what was her name? Lisa was it Lisa Marie?
Yeah.
She played the mute Martian girl, and he used to put her in all his movies. Then he broke up with her, starts dating Helena Bonham Carter, puts her in all his movies. Never heard a word. Yeah. Never heard a word. The only time I have a problem with it is I'll tell you, Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie keeps putting his wife in things. That I have a problem with.
Fine.
But she's a terrible actress. That's
she was good in Lords of Salem. She was good in Lords of Salem.
To be fair, I didn't see Lords of Salem, but and there, my issue was
okay. She's fine as Baby. I haven't seen her in
my issue wasn't even you put your wife in there. My issue was I don't think your wife's a very good actress, and you put your wife in there. But that's the issue. My issue was,
and also to be fair, she goes with pretty much all the other people he kind of casts. Like she's in the same wavelength almost in a way, So it could just be a Rob Zombie.
One of Rob Zombie's repertory players. I like quite a bit. He's a local guy. I run into him all the time. Daniel Roebuck.
Which one's that one?
He played Grandpa in the Munsters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's one of Rob Zombie's regular players. He played Jay Leno in the movie The Late Shift. But yeah, no, he's a great guy, and I run into him quite a bit, like at toy shows and things, because he's a huge collector of Universal Monsters merchandise. So I was running into him like at shows buying stuff, and he's always super friendly, stops, talks to you, just great guy. Did you watch Lost?
No, I saw the first episode and that was good.
He had a memorable character on Lost. He played a professor who was teaching them how to handle dynamite, and he blew up.
What's his name? Sorry, my girlfriend. What was it?
Daniel Roebuck. He played on Lost. He played Arst. Leslie Arst. Yeah.
Wesley Arst. Dynamite.
Yeah.
Okay, she gets it. Okay.
So
she's a little confused at first. The dynamite got her.
Yeah. No, he was really good in that. Brett Maney is asking what our favorite Norman Lear show is.
Who the hell is Norman Lear? What the hell?
You serious?
Yeah, I don't know who Norman Lear is.
Really?
I know Norma Jean.
Norman Lear just passed away last week. He was 100
I'm sorry.
years old.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
He was 100 years old. He was the producer of All in the Family, The Jeffersons.
Oh, that guy. You talked about him. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not a TV. It's a little movie perp. It's not a little TV perp. Sorry, guys.
I have to go with, I don't know. I think he had minimal involvement. But he had some kind of hand in What's Happening. I got to go with What's Happening. I loved What's Happening.
Oh, speaking of dynamite.
That was Good Times.
Oh, sorry.
Good Times.
See, I'm not a TV guy. I'm an idiot.
Brent Mania says Daniel Roebuck, awesome, nice guy, was on Matlock as well. I didn't know he was on Matlock.
I know Matlock. I've seen Matlock. Best theme song ever.
Andy Griffith.
I used to study to that theme song.
Really?
I thought it was funny. It had a tone to it that I liked.
It is a good theme song. No question about it.
I just saw this movie. I got a screener to this movie. It was very Matlock. It was like the emotional Matlock episode. It was called Anatomy of a Fall. I think it got nominated for some Golden Globes. French movie. Really, really cool concept and theory. This idea of doing this almost, was it a murder court case, but doing it all through emotional, like there wasn't a lot of facts, not a lot. It was all done. Subjective. Yeah, it was all very subjective. It was very interesting and it was like they do the whole court system in France, I guess, where they were. It was interesting because it's like they have more of like a roundtable discussion. It felt like in their court system. I don't know. It was a cool movie. I enjoyed it. But yeah, speaking of Matlock, that reminded me of that.
Bramania says Doogie Howser has a catchy theme song.
Which one was that one? Can we do this for an hour? We just recreate theme songs.
Okay, now Brent Mania says Sanford and Son is his favorite, and you're singing.
I love Sanford and Son. That one.
It sounds like you sound like Fred Sanford singing the Full House theme.
I'm coming.
You've been done.
What was the wife's name that he always yell?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, I'm coming. Oh, Elizabeth, I'm coming.
I say that. My daughter hates that. I say that every time we go to the zoo because we pass the red fox. And
you do it publicly. That's why she hates it.
Yeah, my wife will go like, "Oh, there's the red fox," and I'll be like, "Oh, did you hear what he just said?" Elizabeth, I'm coming.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. Red fox. I'm red fox. I'm coming.
Oh, yeah.
What else had a catchy theme song?
Perfect Strangers.
Oh man, I forget it. I know it's in
Standing tall on the wings of my dreams, rise and fall. Rain and thunder,
that was
wind
good.
and haze. Yeah,
that was a good show. Balky.
Oh, yeah. Balky,
I
man.
remember Balky.
I got an autographed picture of Larry and Balky sitting right next to me over here.
I wish we got they tried the multiverse thing in those shows with Urkel, right? He showed up in Step by Step,
Yeah.
right? There was a couple. I wish Balky showed up in some of those.
Now,
I'm sure he did. I mean, I think Balky did actually. Was Balky in another show?
I don't think so. Full House was no, wait. The Urkel show. What's it called?
Family Matters.
Family Matters. That was a spin-off of Perfect Strangers. Because the
yes,
mother,
yes, that's what it is.
yes, yeah, she worked at the Chronicle.
Yeah, she was the elevator. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about that. No, Family Matters was a spinoff of Perfect Strangers. I completely forgot about that.
And who was the spin-off character?
Harriet.
I just said that.
Oh my God. I knew that before, but now I forgot. Decades of me forgetting that.
Now
God.
Degrassi pulls out a really obscure one. Hello Larry had a catchy theme
I have
song.
no idea what that is.
I've never seen a single episode of Hello. I know what Hello Larry was. That was a spin-off of Different Strokes. It was supposed to be like Philip Drummond's friend who was a radio DJ. But I mean, I've seen the episodes of Different Strokes that introduced Larry, but I never saw Hello Larry. Lisa, hi ho Joe and Lil, how it goes? Good to see Lisa. Did you see the sad news? Did you see the sad news, Lisa? Hasbro is shutting down their Providence, Rhode Island offices. I just saw it on Junkman's Facebook group earlier today before I deleted Facebook. But
in other news, Joe deleted Facebook.
Yeah, well, and that's I don't know. Weird things happened on Twitter today. I won't name names, but one member of our group.
Let's go.
One member of our MME family.
Let's do it.
I said something to
Degrassi, get the name, please. Send it to me.
I said something to somebody, and they posted something, and I agreed with them. I'm like, yeah, look at those idiots are trying to start up drama. And one member of our MME family responded to me and said, I don't appreciate you calling him a name. And I'm like,
ooh,
I wasn't calling him a name. I was agreeing with him. So I don't know what happened. Like, I'm still confused. Like, I'm still baffled as to what happened. So
there was just confusion on Twitter. That happens.
Yeah, it was really strange. I'm like, I literally read his headline and said, yeah, he wrote a headline about the quote unquote, and I say quote unquote because it's a non-controversy. It's people trying to create a controversy where there is no controversy. It's the Zachary Levi thing. Zachary Levi made a throwaway comment of
they did it again, didn't they? They did that with his John Wick comment.
Yeah. I don't know. People are like out to get Zachary Levi. It's so weird.
I think it's because he's like,
and he's such a nice guy. Like I've interviewed him. He's been on my.
I honestly think they do a little bit of that guilt by association with like some of his. I think he likes like Jordan Peterson or something like that. Some stupid stuff.
Also, I think
or whatever.
I think he made a comment. I think he made a comment once that like pissed off the Snyder Bros. And the thing is, it was an actual.
That happened.
He was right. Like that's the thing. He was right. He made a comment before. He made a comment that the Snyder Cut didn't exist. And they were all like, yeah, it does. It exists, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, when he made the comment, the Snyder Cut did not exist. Like Warner Brothers threw like, what was it, $7 million at that movie to refilm the scene. Like they had to pay big money to make the Snyder Cut when they decided we're going to make the Snyder Cut for HBO. It did not exist prior. So when he said that, he was right. But
I'm going to give if I could give a little bit of pushback, what I think it's somewhere in the middle where he did need to finish it, but he did have a cut
Oh
matter
well,
what.
I
He had
mean,
even if it was a print cut with
Oh, yeah.
missing scenes, it was still technically a Snyder cut.
oh yeah,
You know
but
what I'm
that
saying?
wouldn't, but nothing that would have been releasable. Nothing. That
No,
you
no,
could have-
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And so I assume when they're saying release the Snyder cut is complete it and release it, just to give a little bit of pushback in terms of I understood what they were trying to say in terms of a Snyder cut being out there. It wasn't they? I think most of them did not think it was finished and needed money from what I heard. And I'm only saying that so they can help me out because those people completely disappeared when Batgirl was completely shafted. Now they're skipping over it and trying to get the air cut out there.
I'm
And
telling
I'm
you,
just
I was.
I'm baffled, people. I'm baffled by you, Snyder Bros. I love you. I try to be as fair as possible. I even love the Snyder cut. It's my favorite of Zack Snyder's trilogy of movies. And I'm baffled that Batgirl gets no. It goes no, deserves to be shelved. Let it go. It's bad movie, bad for money. Nope, it's a stupid movie. Shouldn't have been made. It's like, but release the
I
air cut.
was
It's like, oh,
I
man.
was on a stream on one of not it wasn't on MME. It was a channel friendly with MME. But I was on a stream one night when images of the Batgirl movie were coming out, and it was like on set images, and everybody was raving about how good it looked. Everyone's like, "This looks incredible." It was that there was a mural of Batman and Robin that was like painted on a brick wall. Like this had just come out, this had just leaked, and everybody was like, "This looks great," and everyone was raving about how good it was. Then the movie gets canceled, and I wasn't on the stream, but I tuned in, and they were sitting there celebrating. The same people who were talking about how good it looked were celebrating that this was a smart decision canceling this movie. This was wonderful. This showed true leadership on David Zaslav's, and I'm sitting there going, you guys were saying how amazing this movie looked like 6 months ago. I was on the stream with you.
I saw some footage that looked absolutely incredible. Man, I really want to see Batgirl. I really
I'm certain we will. I don't know when, but
I think there's not enough interest out there at all. Like I feel like I'm by myself out there, Joe.
maybe not right now.
Like, no one gives a crap anymore.
Maybe not right now, but you got to remember, there is now a movie with Michael Keaton playing Batman. You know, he's a lot of people's favorite Batman.
Yeah, but Flash Bomb, that didn't help.
Yeah, but Flash bombed for other reasons. Like
yeah, that I you know, I'm a huge Flash supporter. I'm a huge but that didn't help. That maybe if it did money, maybe that we could have, if it made a lot of money and like all the surveys said, yeah, Keaton's the best. We needed average Joe to say, not crazy Joe. We needed average Joe to say.
But you see, and here's the thing too. When I talk about people being disingenuous in film criticism this year, we keep hearing people say, well, there's superhero fatigue. There's superhero fatigue. People don't care about superheroes anymore. Then we hear people say, Disney. Everyone's boycotting Disney. Nobody likes Disney anymore. And then we hear people say, well, the box office on The Flash and Blue Beetle and Shazam proves there's no interest in DC anymore. And I'm like, everyone is taking something big and microscoping it to the little thing they're interested in. It's not superhero fatigue. It's not DC. It's not Disney. It's that, with a few exceptions, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Mario, movies across the board of multiple genres underperformed this year. Superhero fatigue didn't hurt Indiana Jones. Superhero fatigue didn't hurt Mission Impossible, but something did. Those movies suffered too. So it's like you can't.
Hey, Mission Impossible is nominated for Best Box Office Achievement at Golden Globe. Okay,
which
I don't know what you're talking about, Joe.
Well,
who does the Golden Globe? Is that the Hollywood Foreign Press?
It was, but in the
who is it this time?
Now it's Dick Clark Productions.
Oh,
Dick Clark bought.
They have to think Dick Clark Productions now.
Yeah,
that's going to be cool.
Because the Hollywood Foreign Press, it came out, was doing all kinds of shady racist shit, and nobody wanted to work with them.
Oh, that's right. That's what Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, the wokest of Hollywood actors, sent back his Golden Globe.
Yep.
He sent it back because he found out that they were like dismissing black actors for nominations. That's what I heard. Something like that.
Something like that.
Wow. Tom Cruise. We salute you, sir. He's woke. Tom Cruise is
Yep.
woke, confirmed. The wokeness gives him all that power to do those crazy, awesome stunts in the movie. That's how he does it.
Jacob says a lot
That
of
and
movies flopped
Scientology.
this year from every studio. Exactly.
Everything.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yep.
How did A24 do? But they're horrible. Fine though.
Well, A24.
It's a mini. It's not a real like. it's not a
Yeah,
big
I mean,
studio.
you got to remember they're making their movies for like the pennies
so
they
good.
found in the cushions of the couch. So
They're so good.
I said the other day,
They're so good. Can't believe you don't like their movies, Joe.
I don't like their horror movies,
I love them.
with a few exceptions.
Can't get enough. Talk
With
to
a
me. You
few-
like Talk to Me, right? That was A24.
I like Talk to Me. I liked
Bodies,
X
Bodies.
Girl.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
So-
A24 too.
yeah, but I hated Hereditary.
Super Mario's didn't flop. Yeah, he said that was one of the exceptions.
Is that a joke? I mean,
He said that's one of the
No.
exceptions.
yeah, Super Mario was huge.
For that Golden Globe best box office they're like what are they talking about?
None
They're
even
just
makes sense.
like, are they going to give it to Barbie or are they going to give it to like, hey, Taylor Swift should not have made that much money? That's an achievement. Give it to that one. Like,
Yeah,
or Oppenheimer. Technically, that's a freaking achievement. Talkie ass biography movie. They didn't even show the bombing.
I don't know.
That's an achievement.
Yeah,
Who do they give it to? That's going to be a weird one. I'm paying attention. To that
it's a weird category.
one. I know. And still no stunts. Can you believe it? Jesus.
Oh, wait a minute. Did Andre Brower died? Wow.
Oh my God, this is a terrible stream. This is an obituary stream. Jesus.
Yeah. You need to wow. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I
Rest
think
in peace.
everybody liked Andre Brower. He was a fine actor. Degrassi says, which DC character would James Gunn fill with Tom Cruise?
Jor-El. Jor-El
uh,
would be sick. Kind of looks like Corn. You could be Cornbread's dad, right?
What about
Cornbread?
Stone Boy? You know Stone Boy? He's a member of the Legion of Substitute Heroes. He could turn to stone.
I thought you were in the Legion of Substitutes. That'd be great.
Their
Their characters called the Substitutes, and they just dress up like crappy versions of real heroes. When the heroes are off, they always show up. And the rest of the Justice, get out of here. We don't need you. Not wearing hockey pads.
Jacob says anyone's seeing Wonka eventually. I don't know when I'm gonna get to see Wonka. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty upset. I want to see.
I was promised a bad movie, and it sounds like that's really good, actually. I thought that the
What?
trailers for Wonka were not good, and looks like it's an awesome movie, actually.
Yeah, it's
Another one for Tim Chan.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm a little upset because you and I talked about this. I wanted to see. I know you saw it already. I wanted to see Silent Night, and I'm not going to get to see it. Like, I'm
Why?
really not going to get to see it
You're
because
the reason why it opened number 9 of the weekend. That's awful.
Well,
John,
well-
we did not respect John Woo's return. People.
you got to
Shame.
you got to see the show times that they're showing it in my local theater.
Oh, really?
It's got the crappiest show times. Like tomorrow, it's
No
playing at
respect.
like at 1:40 p.m.
No
Now,
respect.
I work night shift now, so technically I would be able to go to an afternoon show, but I also have to be home to pick my daughter up at 3:30. So I can't do a 1:40 show. And that's all they got. And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's no time. And then next week's just going to be worse because they're not going to add more show times. They're going to take them away. So I'm like, this sucks. I wanted to go see this, and then one of the theaters in my area isn't even showing it all together. So it's like there's
No
so
respect
little
for the
options.
Woo. No respect for the Woo.
Nope.
So, well, at least it's gonna hit digital pretty soon, then, right?
I
Next
guess.
week, hopefully.
I guess.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna buy it day one.
What studio put it out?
Who does the John Wick? Is that
Oh, Lionsgate.
no? But it's that director's company. I don't know who he has a deal with. I would assume it's Lionsgate. If he has Wick, but he could have.
Huh.
That's a Degrassi question.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Degrassi, who's putting out Silent Night, Violent Night, all those? Is that Lionsgate?
I mean, if it's John Wick, Lionsgate put out John Wick. So
But it's
Nick-
from the John Wick guys. I don't know if they got to deal with another studio.
Nick and me already saw Wonka. Says it was amazing. No. All right.
Wonka. All right.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to Wonka until
Any word on Aquaman? What's going on there? I want to hear. That's the big curious one, right?
I'm
The first word
excited.
is-
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I can't
No
wait.
matter
to
what, it's
see
gonna
it.
have awesome action. I bet.
Yeah. It's James Wan. I mean, does James Wan let you down? I don't think he does. I don't think he. I have a lot of faith in James Wan.
Has he let me down? Dead Silence. I don't know. I got a lot of pushback when I mentioned Dead Silence, so I'm not.
I've
Gonna say
actually never seen Dead Silence. I gotta watch Dead Silence. I know. I've
Death
never.
Sentence is his most underrated. I love Death Sentence, and that kind of
Yeah.
goes with the Silent Night thing a little bit. Very similar, actually.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I always hear people praise Dead Silence.
That's what I'm saying. I got pushback. I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, okay, I'm in the minority." That's not
Oh,
the first time.
you didn't like it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I think it's his worst movie.
All
I
right.
will say that. I think there's always some good stuff to be had from James Wan. I think
I
that's
really
what
like
makes him.
Malignant. Malignant.
Oh
was
yeah, I had a blast with Malignant. That thing was so freaking extra. It was
Yeah.
like, oh my lord. It was a quote unquote loud movie in every respect. That's what I will say.
Well, my slaw says Comcast gave him free tickets to see Migration. He pays them $300 a
Migration?
month. That's the least they can do.
What's
I'm looking forward.
Migration?
I'm looking forward to Migration.
is that?
It's an animated. It's an Illumination movie
Oh,
about ducks.
cool.
Kumail Nanjiani's the voice of like the father of a bunch of ducks, and Aquafina's in it because she's in every animated movie these days. Like I think there's like a rule now: if you're making an animated movie, Aquafina just gets to do a voice. She's like
Sure.
grandfathered at like every studio.
Give us. I just want Shang-Chi too. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh yeah, Degrassi confirmed it's Lionsgate.
It's Lionsgate. Yeah. Okay, they made a deal with the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I like Silent Night.
Did you hear a couple weeks ago? Aquaman.
Aquaman.
It was tracking really low. It was like tracking like for another really low opening.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it like doubled. Like it
All of a
suddenly
sudden.
like went, yeah, and it's like wow. And I haven't heard where it stands now.
Look at that.
But
If that's true, because Degrassi might have seen it already. I'm pretty sure he's mentioned it before. If that's true, then we're in for a good time. Because Aquaman 1, while a little lengthy, at the end of the day, just more bang for your buck, right? And I liked Aquaman, so if that's true. Aquaman 2, damn, then it's a good movie. Then
Degrassi has so much inside info. Like I want to know Degrassi's story one of these days. Like he's got a story.
Me and Bipolar Jedi have been begging the man to start streaming, and just do a couple streams here there, give your experience. You don't have to give your whole life story, just your experience here, there, little tidbits and stuff, and that'd be very fascinating. I'm sure.
I want to hear his story. You know, not to turn this into a drama stream, but
I hope so.
I want to hear his stories about Robert Burnett because he's got some stories there.
What?
And he
Well,
drops.
He doesn't mention that to me.
He peppers things in every now and then. You mention Robert Burnett, and he'll just throw something out there, and you'll be like, "Dude, you know something." You know something. I want to know what you know. I want to hear the story.
Tell me about Chris Gore. That guy fascinates me.
Chris Gore. I used to respect Chris Gore. I used to like Chris Gore. I walked up to Chris Gore at Dragon Con.
He's funny to me.
We were at a restaurant, and I was leaving, and he was coming in, and I just walked up to him and said, "Hey man, can I get your information to have you on my channel?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, come by my panel later." But then there was a conflict and I didn't make it to his panel. But it's like I used to like the guy, and then he went off the deep end. I don't know what happened to him. He didn't used to be.
You didn't go to his panel. You could have stopped him. Joe.
Maybe that's it.
Damn.
Maybe he's like that guy didn't go to my panel.
You back there. Stop that. You could have stopped.
We're done now. Make Marvel male again. That's where it started, right there.
Please.
So,
please.
Brett Beatty wants to know if Thanksgiving was any good. I liked it.
Haven't seen it.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was quite good. I mean, I would have liked it better if it was done more like the Grindhouse trailer. Like if it was made to look like an old 70s movie, I would have enjoyed that more, but I don't think that
Sure.
would have been very commercial. They made the right choice.
Yeah. Lot of
Modernizing it
movies,
was
a lot
the
of
right
movies do
choice.
that now. Anyway, go for that little grindhouse thing, and it looks a little fakey now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think that
Maybe if you shot it like an actual 16 millimeter, that'd be cool.
I mean, let's face it, Grindhouse bombed at the box office.
I
So
know.
it's like
Dude, I got the most embarrassing story about that. I was so excited for Grindhouse, right? And I decided I'm gonna wear like my most like I guess inappropriate shirt. I was wearing a Cannibal Holocaust shirt. And if you know Cannibal Holocaust, you know the famous poster art. There's the very famous imagery in that. And I was wearing a shirt of that imagery. And I went to the first showing, which was earliest in the morning on a Saturday, not knowing that, like, you know, families bring their kids, like, I guess I was high or something. Families bring their kids to like the movie theaters early in the morning. You know, I completely forgot about that. So I'm wearing like this very, very inappropriate Cannibal Holocaust shirt, trying to avoid, like, I'm constantly like turning to make sure no kid sees it. It's just very embarrassing.
I
That's my
remember
Grindhouse story.
I remember opening weekend of Grindhouse. It opened in April. April of, what was it? 06, 07? 07. Would have been 07. April of 07. I wanted to go see it so
We
bad.
talk about it in Williams Stream all the time. Get with the communities, bro.
I wanted to see it so badly, Grindhouse, and my dad was looking to retire to Florida. And have you ever heard of the retirement community, the Villages?
Sounds familiar. Probably, yes, sure.
It's in your area. It's
Yeah,
pretty close to you. But yeah, it's a 50 and over community. They used to advertise all the time on TV.
Where I'm at right now.
Well, I had to drive my dad down to the Villages because he rented a house because he wanted to live at the Villages for 2 weeks to get a feeling for what it would be like to live there, to decide if he wanted to retire down there. So, and he had a bad back, so he couldn't drive. He needed me to drive him, and my mom won't fly. So I was stuck in a retirement community for 2 weeks, and I really wanted to go see Grindhouse, and it opened on Friday, and the closest theater was like 40 minutes away. So like I hopped in the car, drove out 40 minutes to go see Grindhouse.
Nice.
It was such a pain in the ass, but I had to see it. I was so excited.
Yeah. Where can you even go for Thanksgiving too? If this was like the 70s and 80s, all you need is Thanksgiving 2 leftovers. That's it. Boom. There, you sold. That's it. Just get a couple kills. You can go anywhere with that. Thanksgiving 2 leftovers.
Lisa says, looking back at 23, didn't make it to the theater that much. Quantumania, Shazam, Flash, Haunted Mansion, Indiana Jones. Think that's it. Got to do better. 24. That's not like you picked some good ones though. I'll tell you, I like all those movies. I like every one of those movies that you saw.
Fun movies.
Yeah. Oh boy. So we are about 10 minutes away. For those of you who don't know, in 10 minutes we're gonna end this stream.
Yes.
We're gonna start up a brand new stream only on 2 channels, Crazy Joe's Concession Stand and Little Movie Perp. And we are gonna watch the 1978 classic, the Canadian Christmas classic, Rich Little's Christmas Carol, where you'll get to watch the story of Ebenezer Scrooge, but every role played by Rich Little. So you know that's going to be good. I mean,
I didn't know who that was either, chat.
Oh boy,
that's why this is going to be fun. One guy, it's a one-man show apparently. I love those.
He wasn't good when he was popular. Like back when this man was at his prime.
I'm not gonna.
He wasn't a very good.
I was gonna do like the modern equivalent, but that's just mean. I'm not gonna do it.
The funny thing is, if you see him now, like he's still performing today, but if you see him now, he's still doing the same. Wait a minute. What? Degrassi says, wish I'd never mentioned this in the chat, but you're welcome, everybody. What did he mention? What did we miss?
What did we miss, Degrassi? What are you doing? Hijacking.
Degrassi, what did I...
Degrassi, you got to start streaming, man. You got to start streaming, Degrassi. You're good at this. Look at it. You're hijacking. You're hijacking the chat and the stream. Come on, man.
Well, this is the thing. He apparently dropped a juicy tidbit. and
Yeah,
I
what'd you
missed
do?
it.
What'd you do?
It's not there. I'm scrolling up. I don't know.
Who deleted? Stop it. We could have broken a scoop or something. Let me see.
Let
Let me
could have
see.
played Max's breaking news.
I'm not gonna say it, but are you talking about when you compared two movies? You did the greater even sign, that one part? Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with
Man.
saying that. I don't see anything wrong with it. By the way, we
I
kind
have
of
some freaking scoops too that I will never say. Oh my god. I got some scoops I can never say on stream. Or to any of you. 'Cause I know you guys would too. So I'm never telling any of you guys.
Degrassi mentioned the special in Max's chat, and I said I was going to do a watch party. All right, so everybody, if you hate this, you blame Degrassi. Now,
Oh yeah, true.
this is really entertaining. Like, I mean, like, for all the wrong reasons. It's so bad. I watched it last year, and I had a good time with it. Not for the right reasons. Degrassi wishes he never mentioned it. I'm sorry, Degrassi.
I want to see it. I like one-man shows, okay? I'm a fan.
We kind of, we're getting a lot of comments here, so I kind of missed this one. But Jacob mentions that Warner Brothers is bringing a bunch of DC movies to Tubi.
Hell yeah.
I gotta give, God, I
I have
rarely.
a dude, it's because of me, all right? I started movements, yet I can't get Batgirl out there. Back in the day, I did a release Snyderverse to Tubi video. I think I did that like 11 months ago. 11 months ago, I was screaming for this.
Well, here's the thing. I give David Zaslav a hard time because I don't like the guy.
Why?
But well, he shoved Batgirl for one.
Yeah,
No, I give this guy a
it
hard
was a
time.
business
and
decision, though. I understand.
I
still
do
wanna
have
see
to
it.
give him a little credit though, because if you look over at, these movies that I have been championing for a long time, I tell you, oh, this movie's good, and nobody watches it. He puts them on Netflix, and just so many people have Netflix that these movies are finding a new audience now. Like, people are watching League of Super Pets. That was a major bomb. It's in the top 10
That's
on
based.
on Netflix right now. People are like, what, all these good DC movies that weren't getting the love they deserve, like Birds of Prey. People are watching them now because more people have Netflix than have Max.
Birds of Prey is so underrated.
Yeah.
I love Birds
Yeah.
of Prey. Can I do my Tubi? This was 11
Do
months
it.
ago.
Do it.
This is my Tubi pitch.
Warner Brothers turning their backs on the Snyderverse, many fans are looking for a new home that would shelter and nurture this cinematic masterpiece so that it once again takes its rightful place in the annals of film history. Well, I got a suggestion. That's right. Now hear me out. Tubi Originals have been on a savage rampage to the point they're
Yep.
making Netflix rethink their whole business model.
Yep.
Now, there is precedent to having the Snyderverse
Yep.
come to Tubi Originals, as some of the cast have already
Yep.
been in Tubi Originals. So it's not out of
All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We got 5 minutes to go.
Okay.
Before we start this watch party, I need to cleanse the bladder. So I'm gonna end this. Do you want to
Fine.
stay on? Do you want to stay on for 5 more minutes, or
No.
okay?
With
Everybody,
these people, no. No
5
way.
minutes.
With
5
this
minutes
chat?
from now.
No way.
5 minutes from now, over at
guys
Crazy
scare
Joe's
me.
concession stand or Little Movie Perp. Hey, Little Movie Perp, do you know Pop Counterculture?
I do. He showed up in a couple of my chats. I've been trying to get him on stream, or I go on one of his streams, talk about movies. Yeah, for sure.
I just took a glance over. He's sitting waiting for the stream to start. If you want to send him the link to join us, I don't know how to contact him. Like, I don't know him personally.
He showed up in my stream. I just
Yeah.
put the link in the chat. Do you trust that? No.
I don't want us to just get every rando in town showing.
We might get John Woo again. You never know.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will. So I don't know. All right, we're gonna be back in 5 minutes over on one of those two channels, Crazy Joe's Concession Stand or Little Movie Perp. So
Yeah, Little Movie
We'll
Perp or
see.
Crazy Joe Concession Stand.
come on over. Come on over.
Please.
This is going to be a good time.
Experience this for the first time with me, the Perp. Why not? Sounds awesome. Sounds amazing.
All right. See you soon on the other channels.
Bye. Bye.